like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Yeah, I need it now, told him on the lay. I've been moving, dog, yeah, I'm on the way. I don't hear the talk, don't care what they say. I don't got no patience, I can't ever wait. I've been trying to get it, running up all these digits, and I've been in the gym. I've been up doing minutes, I just put in that work. Told them it's strictly business, and I see through the face. They all just burning bridges. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Yeah, they don't want it, dog, like I want it, dog. Yeah, they say they want it, then they took the summer off. I've been going down the list, checking numbers off. I was checking on your numbers, told them something's off. I was at the bottom, now you know I'm climbing. Now they sending deals, they know I ain't signing. They been trying to sell it, they know I ain't buying. When they send a text, dog, I ain't replying. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell.
Yeah, head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test, now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in mine, yeah.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on a roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on a roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on a roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mafia, she's getting a bit spicy out there, getting a little bit of a drop to the downside. I want to make sure I wasn't clipping there. We're going to be taking a look at some key levels, guys. We did just hit our key level that we were looking at on last night's live stream. As you guys know, with money flow coming out, there was a high probability of a continuation down, and we did have that key level, which is the value area low of our range. You guys know we love the volume profiles on this channel, and we did come down to tap that value area low, which was sitting at around $61,600. We are starting to get a little bit of a bounce from there, but should we be expecting a strong bounce, or maybe just a fake out to the upside before more downside? And if we do go down, where should you be looking for price to go? We're going to be talking about all that on tonight's live stream, so buckle up, Mafia. It's going to be a good one, and shout out to you guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes you get gives us, or every 100 likes we get gives you guys some extra chances to win some free crypto, and we will be giving away some crypto tonight. So if we hit 550 likes, Tony D, hit him with a poll. If we hit 550 likes, let us know what you guys want to add to the giveaway. Maybe we'll do hats. Maybe we'll do some chain link. Maybe we'll do some XRP. I don't know. But yeah, Tony D, drop a poll in there and see what the Mafia wants. But before we jump into it, guys, let's go ahead and say what's up to the Mafia. We got Seth Shepard in the chat. What is going on? Wick's wife, Fine89. What is going on? Welcome in. We got Servando Estrada in the chat. Good to see you, bro. And shout out to Rob, the crypto snob. Who pinned that chat? Says, tonight we play Simply Put. What does this say? Tonight we play Simply Put, drinking game. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Every time Frankie says Simply Put, we drink non-alcoholic beverages, of course. We're not encouraging drinking, especially not under the legal age. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. I absolutely, I love the disclaimer there. Yeah, so I guess take a sip of your Aztecian black coffee here every time I say Simply Put. Do I say that a lot? Well, anyway, guys, Simply Put, let's go ahead and say what's up. Shout out to Lucho. What is going on? He's here to rig the giveaways. For anybody who's curious, shout out to you, bro. Hopefully you win tonight. We'll see. I mean, I think you probably will. But let's see. We got Alex Terminate in the chat. Daniel, what is going on? We got Philly Skills. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We got Maria in the chat. We got Caffeinated Crypto. Let's go. Let's see. Bada boom. Rob the Crypto Snob. Shout out to our mods, guys. Show them some love in the chat. B-Rad Crypto. What is going on? Hey, long time no see, B-Rad. I'm just kidding. Saw him earlier today. But anyway, let's go ahead. Shout out to Hodl Crypto. Welcome in, Steven. What is going on? We got Dub Nation says, Frankie. What's up, Dub Nation? Thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And with all that being said, BTC is always good for giveaways. That is true. But let us know what you want. Tony D, drop that. I'm sure you're probably trying to think of what to put on there. But yeah, drop that in whenever you can. And with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts and see if the Stream Deck will work. Let's get into it. There we go. All right, Stream Deck is back up and running. Shout out to Darren Does Things checking in. What is going? Steven Sansbury, good to see you guys. Shout out to Alex. Said, oh, man, I think I'm going to drink all my black coffee before BTCTA ends. Shout out to Alex Terminate. I'll try not to say Simply Put too much, but Simply Put it's pretty hard to do. Anyway, everybody's already wobbing all over the place. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and check out what we got going on here. And I'm actually going to pull up this live stream chart. And as you guys know, we've been watching this this macro range for, I think, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 centuries as we've been going around sideways here. And as you guys know, maybe you should have done as you guys know. I feel like I've been starting to say that a lot. But as you guys can see here, we did come down, and a couple things I want to take a look at, because you guys know there are a couple of different ranges we've been looking at, and yesterday we were kind of hovering around this local value area low of our previous range when pulled from the from February all the way to this candle right here, or about, you know, Monday the 24th of June. I think that was the 24th. Yeah, Monday the 24th of June. This is a previous value area, and this was able to kind of guide us into what was going to happen to price after we got rejected. We were looking to flip this value area low, come up to the POC, and then eventually look for the value area high. But you guys will notice that we actually front ran the value area high. And the reason for that, I mean, I don't know what the reason is, but you might be asking yourself, well, if we front ran this, what did we reject off of? Well, very simply put, you guys know we were looking at some very key levels, which was that 786 golden pocket retracement when pulled from the top of the range. We had this weekly, we did have a weekly level there. Let me actually just go ahead and show that real quick. We had this weekly and a 786 Fibonacci retracement level sitting here, which was making us look for a potential rejection there, at least in the premium Discord. We did have our short zones up there, and we actually did wind up putting in some nice bearish divergences here on time frames like the 8, the 10, and the 12 hour. But guys, not only was this a 786 and weekly horizontal, but also if we take a look at our current range, or simply just pull this volume profile to the current price action, I'm going to go ahead and hide that. I have it separated. But if you pull that to your current price action, you guys can see we did actually also have the current value area high sitting up there. So very simply put, I just feel like everybody's, oh God, this is going to be bad, guys. Tony D, mods, I don't know what people are going to start doing if they drink too much black coffee, but let's try to keep everything under control tonight. But anyway, it's a Friday. We can let loose a little bit. But you guys can see that current value area was sitting right up there in beautiful confluence with all three of these levels. And, you know, recently this week, as we broke down below that POC, you guys know, as we've had money flow coming out on many time frames, such as the, I think I might have upset a couple people. No Mafia members, but some new people would watch the live stream. I think I upset people looking for lower prices, but I will never come up here and tell you guys I think it's going to pump if I don't. But money flow coming out here on the 4, 5, 6, you know, all these medium hourly time frames have money flow coming out. You can see the 8 hour is looking to cross over into the red. And remember, the money flow indicates the longer term trend, not the ebbs and flows in the market, right? If you see a money flow crossover into the red, you're not expecting an immediate dump to the downside, but you're expecting, you know, if you're going to get a green dot, the green and red dots are what indicate the little ebbs and flows in the market, right? It'll be like green dot, red dot, 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 etc. But the money flow direction will indicate the overall trend. And as you can see, 4 hour money flow had crossed over into the red here as we were tinkering with that POC of the range, which was making us anticipate a potential continuation to the downside, because we know once you reject the value area high and can't get back above that POC, next likely place for price to go is going to be the value area low of the range. You guys will remember us talking about this yesterday, and here we are coincidentally sitting at the value area low of the range, right? Now, if you guys watch the channel, you know this is not very unlikely, as the volume profiles are absolutely overpowered. But you know, very simply put, we are just getting down here to the value area low, and this is a very important level of support. Do I think it's going to hold? It's a little bit hard to say, right? Now, do I think this could potentially give us a temporary bounce? Maybe, right? Maybe, because we did come down here, and actually we did have some interesting stuff popping up here on Exo charts. We actually had a ton of volume coming in here. You can see the volume hitting 120 million, pushing price to the downside. You can see the delta is negative, just meaning that more people are shorting than longing. And when you get a lot of volume like this, guys, and you know that the delta is negative, this is showing obviously more people are shorting than longing. But when you see a lot of volume come in like this, here's a little tip, or not a tip, but if you're looking at Exo charts or something like that, this could kind of help you anticipate when you're going to get some kind of a bounce. And you can see this candle did get a little bit of a rip to the upside, but I will just say, let me turn off the TPO profile here. Excuse me. Oh, my God. But when you have price come down here, guys, with heavy negative delta and heavy volume, this is showing that a lot of people are trying to short and push the price to the downside. But you can see whatever the level we were hitting here, right? And this is basically where the value area low was, or just below the value area low. you guys know, if you have all that volume and the negative delta pushing price down, but price does not break that level, this could indicate that there is absorption happening at the low here, showing that, all those people shorting may be shorting into a very, very large limit order. And then once that winds up getting filled, it could reverse price to the upside. And I'm not going to get like super in detail on that. But this was actually pretty interesting. You could see all the shorts coming in here: 1.2 million, 1.1 million, 2 million, 4 million, 4 million. 7 million, almost 6.5 million, 7 million, 6.5, 7, 8. Just tons of shorts coming in here with heavy volume, but just could not break that level, which is interesting and could potentially point to somewhat of a. Actually, hang on one second. Am I tripping? No, I thought maybe I was on the wrong asset. But when you do see that, guys, it could potentially indicate a short-term bounce. Now, why am I not necessarily expecting this to be the end-all, be-all bounce to give us a big move to the upside? Well, to be honest, it really is based off money flow, right? 3-hour money flow crossing over into the red here. 4-hour money flow has been in the red. We are potentially going to put a little bullish divergence in here at the lows, guys. You higher lows on your momentum waves, lower lows on your price action. So again, is it impossible to bounce here a little bit? Maybe. But based off money flow, if we do get that 4-hour green dot and some of these other lower hourly time frame green dots, you can see we are potentially looking to print a 2-hour bull div. This is still kind of far away from confirming. But if we do get these bull divs, you may be able to get a little bit of a bounce. I have taken a little stab at a scalp, or I don't know if I would say scalp, but I took a little stab at a long here, as this was something we were waiting for in the premium Discord. Now, this is not, it's not a trade signal. It's probably too late to enter that trade anyway, but I did enter a little bit of a scalp long here, but I don't really have much high hope for it, right? Because of the way money flow looks. So if anything, I would be anticipating, if we get a little local bounce, I would potentially anticipate to come back down to lower prices based off the money flow on the medium to higher time frames. And if we do that, I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of those lower levels. But before I do that, guys, now I just want everybody to understand kind of what happened here, right? We came up to the value area high, bearish divergences on the higher hourly time frames, higher highs on your price action, into that key level of resistance. Lower highs on your momentum waves very clearly here. You have that bearish divergence. Now money flow is coming out, which is pretty nice if you've already taken a short from up there. But then we look for the move down to the POC. Recently on the live streams, look at the POC as a potential rejection zone. And if we lost it, we'd look to go down to the value area low. Very simple volume profile technical analysis here. And we're just seeing it play out in full once again. But like I said, the first value area low we were looking at yesterday, which we also took a scalp long on in the premium Discord, caught that little move to the upside. But based off money flow, we anticipated that lower high to potentially come down. And then that was that next key level sitting at 61.6. And yeah, that's where we are now. So as long as we hold above this value area low, we could potentially look for a little bit of a continued bounce. But again, I don't have high hopes for it. I would not be, not financial advice. Who knows? Maybe this thing rips to 100K from here. But I would not be necessarily looking to, just absolutely blast off to, higher highs at this moment, right? We got to see some things start to shape up. And until this money flow starts to look a bit better, I would be, favoring the shorts rather than the longs, even though I did take a long down here. But I'm being very conservative with that based off the analysis that I just showed. Now, again, we have some other things to point out here, guys. 3-day red dot is printing here. Confirms in about, where is it? Am I tripping? Is there no timer here? What is going on? Okay, we don't have a... hang on. What is happening here? 1 day and 3 hours. I don't know why that wasn't working. So about, oh no, hang on, let me just undo that. 1 day and 3 hours. So we have about a day to confirm that. Oh God, what did I do here? Come on, I got to make these numbers bigger now. Bear with me, guys. Bada boom, bada bing, and we'll just turn the text up to 20 just so you guys can see these numbers on the side a little bit. So yeah, there we go, right? This is still the key range. We're back down at the value area low as, expected, or just not shocking to see that. But the question is, guys, whether we get a bounce here and then another rejection down, or we get just a push down below here and can't get back above, where's that next level of support? Well, if you guys have been paying attention to the live streams, you will know that we have this next little key level of support, which I'm actually going to pull a few different levels up here. Now, number one, we also have this golden pocket here that we did come tap, so that is kind of a nice little backup support that we came down to touch, and we are actually tapping that almost to the dollar here. So we'll see if that can make us stick here. I inhaled something, guys. I'm probably going to go into a coughing fit in a second. But if we lose this golden pocket, right, and value area low, guys, where's that next logical place for price to go? Very simply put, down to that 786, right? At 786 is sitting at $59,181. And wouldn't you know, we also have our next lower support zone down there. I knew it was going to happen. Sitting right here, let me get rid of this blue box really quick. I'm actually, we do have some confluence down here, right? This is kind of that next major zone of support. If we wind up getting lower prices, you guys know we do have the CME gap sitting down there at about, I'll just pull it up so you guys can visualize it, right? That CME gap sitting between, sitting right here underneath that value area high. So if we do get that next move to the downside, this is going to be a big level to watch because maybe they just want to send it down, fill that CME gap, but I will be honest here, guys. If we come down to fill that CME gap, if we do not see a strong bounce off that level, things could potentially get very, very bearish. Now, again, I'm not necessarily calling for this right this second, but, if we break that lower support zone, and these are things that we have been looking at for quite some time, right? As we know, pull up that range, right? You lose that value area low. The next last line of support is right down here in this naked value area. And you do have golden pocket support down here in confluence with the value area high. 786 also in confluence with the value area low of that range. Come on, TradingView, load this up. Come on. Why you got to troll me on live? So there you go, right? If we start losing, right? If we start losing this 786 value area low, guys, this is kind of that last level of support. If we come down here, we start losing this, and it's much more likely to get that bigger move to the downside, in my opinion, potentially targeting that 51 to 52K level. Now, let me be clear. I am not calling for a definite move to 50. I am not saying Bitcoin is going to 51 to 52K, right? It is an if this, then that statement. There is no way for me to magically predict, even though we do that often, or it seems like we do that often, there's no way to just magically predict that we are definitely going to go down to 51 to 52K. In my opinion, like the next step here is to see if we can hold this value area low. If we can't, very likely we come back down to this lower value area to fill that CME gap, and then we start breaking this range. The next major level of support is down here at between $51,000 and $52,000 that we just barely front ran this level. On the 4th of July, we just barely front ran the top of that zone. This is a zone. I'll bring it up. I won't bring it up right now, but, if we wind up getting down there, there is an actual zone. Yo, shout out to Jungle Boy. Frankie said 51K short. Shout out to Jungle Boy. I know you're joking, but it is very, very hard for me, guys. It's like the hardest part of my job is like, I have to bring up these lower levels in case we get the move. But I think a lot of people think that it's just like me calling for those lower prices. It's not the case, right? And I think if you've kind of been watching, you know that. I never just come up here and say like Bitcoin is definitely going to this price. It's always an if this, then that statement. I try to show the bullish case and the bearish case and then let you guys know which way I'm leaning. In this case, the bullish case would obviously be to hold the value area low, yeet back up to the POC and the value area high, but I am leaning a little bit more for the bearish case, but the medium-term bearish case, which is probably to come down and see these levels of support. But again, I am taking steps at the longs here, so I won't miss out on that if we do wind up taking it out and getting the move up. But, 51 to 52K, and I saw someone dropping in, I will say this. I see a lot of people putting the 40s into the chat, which is interesting because anytime I brought up the 50s not too long ago, people are like, what the heck? How could you be looking down to 50? But I will say this, guys. This 51 to 52K zone is a decent level of support. We have the weekly level down there. Do we have a monthly down here as well? Yeah, no monthly down there. We actually have a monthly. Am I tripping? Are there no monthlies? Right? Ooh, where's that monthly? Hang on. I'll just talk about the weekly here, right? We have the weekly sitting at between 51 and 52K on this kind of. There it is, right? Weekly and monthly. Oh, there's a monthly naked point of control. So monthly naked point of control, weekly horizontal, and this naked value area. So this is definitely a level that you want to pay attention to, right? No guarantees we get there, but if we do get down there, you're going to want these levels on your chart. So, maybe if you want to screenshot those, you could go ahead and take a look at those, put them on your chart so you kind of waiting for them if they do come in. If price starts free falling, you're not scared. You're just like, okay, I have all my levels, and I will just wait for price to hit the level, look for my confirmations, and then potentially take a trade if it is presenting itself. But just to kind of touch on the 40s, because I see a couple of people in the I see a few people in the chat bringing up 40K, right? So here's the thing. This is a strong level of support, but to be quite honest with you, in my opinion, like this is kind of the stronger level. And I was talking to the premium Discord about this earlier today, and there is much significance to this range here, because not only was this the where the ETF was approved, right? And then we had the sell the news event, and then finally the launch. But, not only was this where the ETF approval happened, however, it is also, if we go ahead and zoom out here and look at the way higher time frames, and we pull our macro volume profile. I'm going to hide everything else on the chart here real quick. Even hide the weeklies here. Bada boom. And I will go ahead and let's pull up the weekly here. And I'm just going to pull this range really quick, right? So if we pull our range, the bull market range, but when extended to the current price action, guys, there is significance to the 40s, right? Because not only is this where the ETF was approved, all that good stuff, right? But this is also very close. That 47K POC from the Bybit. This is on Bybit, the 47K POC when pulled from the, I guess we'll call this December 2020 all the way to the current price action. You guys can kind of identify this as a volume profile range, and we have gone to the POC, got a little rejection, we got above the POC, went to the high, and now we are deviated above that value area high, which sometimes is or a lot of the time is where you want to be looking for short positions. Now, when you're looking at a value area this large, I'm not necessarily saying, hey, look for a short up here, ride it to the POC, back down to the low. That's not what I'm saying. It's a little bit different because it's such a macro range. But what I am saying is if we lose this value area high, and remember, I was talking to the premium Discord about this earlier today. This value area high coming in at about $57,000 does have significance because if we pull up those local levels we just looked at, that lower support level, where is that key level that we do not want to lose, right? It's sitting at that 786, also sitting eerily close to that $57,000 level, which we now know is that macro value area high. Now, why is that important? Because if we zoom back out and we lose this value area high and we can't get back above it, guys, what is this going to do? If we can't get back above that value area high right after we dip, potentially, where's that next likely place for price to go? Creighton C, let me know in the chat. What is that next likely place for price to go? Somebody drop it in there. I know someone will put it. Yeah, Wick said, support levels strong like bull. Shout out to Wick. Let's see. Bada boom. Somebody drop it in there. I know somebody knows. There we go. POC Akira Project. Here it comes. Tony D. POC. Value area low. Okay. Daniel, you're not wrong. But that first technical stop is going to be that POC of the range. And where is that POC sitting? Right at $47,000, right? So, and here's the thing, guys. If that does happen, right, everyone's going to be thinking that the bull market is over. Now, whether it winds up being the case or not is a different story. But, I wouldn't really expect that, right? Because if we pull our fib from where we broke this last high, right? ETF approval, the impulse, when you pull your fib from the impulse that started and broke that high from the actual ETF and the all-time high, if you pull that fib from the low to the high, you also have really nice confluence on that POC and golden pocket, as well as the 786 sitting down there at 43K. So in the long term, right, let's just, this is the bearish case. And again, I'm not calling for this, but I'm just saying, if we lose those local levels, that CME gap, if we come down and don't fill that CME gap and get a big move up, and we wind up coming down to the bottom of the range and we lose this, and we go to 51 to 52K, and we don't hold that, in the long term, right, when you lose that 57K level, you can also look at this as, hey, that might not be good, because if you can't reclaim that $57,000 level, and I mean, you can just see the beautiful confluence there. If we break below this range and we cannot get back into it, right? That is, you want to think of that as, hey, that 57K macro value area high is dangerous because if we get stuck under here, it could cause that bigger drop down to the next major key level of support, which obviously we know we have the 51 to 52K level. But when we're looking in, just because of the value area laws of the value area, right, or the laws of the volume profile, get stuck under the value area high, going to that POC is somewhat likely, although it is pretty far away, and it is sitting in the 40s, right? So I'm not calling for this, but it wouldn't be shocking to see that happen, especially when you see money flow on the 3-day coming out, 2-day money flow coming out, right? Now, in my opinion, that's kind of the worst case scenario, right? So again, not necessarily calling for that to definitely happen, but worst case scenario, you lose that 57K zone and you don't reclaim it, could be the start of a bigger breakdown. But again, like that's not going to really scare me out of, it being a bull market and seeing all-time highs again, right? The chances, in my opinion, right, of, I don't think anybody thinks this is the top of the bull market. I don't think anybody thinks that we went from 69 to 74K and that was the top of the bull market. If that is the case, that would be the most depressing, lackluster, disappointing bull market that anyone has ever seen in their life. And I don't think that's the case, right? So, not impossible to come down. If that bearish case were to play out, we could stick that POC, because a lot of times when you break out of a volume profile, sometimes, we talk about this a lot when we were looking for a rejection up here at the POC. A lot of times when you're deviating above a volume profile, even if you're going to break out, sometimes you will slip to that POC to tap it one more time before getting the real breakout. But to be quite honest, what we would all prefer to see, guys, and it is definitely a possibility, right? This is also on the table. It's not just that we're definitely going to zero, but, the more bullish scenario, in my opinion, which I would hope for, but money flow points towards the bearish case, at least coming down here, if not lower. But if we did see the bullish case, maybe we can either hold this, get back to the value area high, or come down to fill that CME gap and get the bigger bounce. But if that doesn't happen and we lose this range, guys, 51 to 52, and then after you lose that 57K, you are at danger of going to that POC. But let's hopefully we don't need to see that. Hopefully we don't have to worry about that. Hopefully we just hold these levels. But again, I would say money flow is coming out, not looking the most bullish in my opinion. So we'll see what this bounce gives us. Like I said, I'm not logged into Femex on the computer right now. It's going to take a minute because I'm going to have to log in with two-factor and all that stuff. But let me just go check on that position really quickly. Bada boom. Again, not okay. So up about 8%. It is a where's the okay, no, up 10%, 11%. Did it just rip? Where is it? Yeah, $27,000 position, up about 10%. So we'll see where this brings us. But yeah, there you go. Trying not to leak personal information here. I don't know why I always think my social security number is just sitting on my phone, but there you go. Not it's I know people is he really in the trade? There it is. But yeah, usually I pull it up on Femex. And by the way, guys, if you like Femex or you're looking for a place to trade, you can check out Femex. Affiliate link in the description down below if you guys want to use that. If you don't want to use our affiliate link, go to the website. I still promote them whether you use our link or not. But I love that exchange. But the reason I bring this up is because I just filmed a tutorial. If you are new to leverage trading, you see everybody, I literally start the video off so you're seeing now everybody and their grandma making money leverage trading, but you're nervous you're going to get liquidated. You heard leverage is dangerous. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to leverage trade, right? It's basically the only video you need to learn about leverage trading, and I show you one of the features Femex has to learn how to trade on Femex with the actual Femex platform with zero risk to you. It is a paper trading kind of feature that they have, and it's a one-to-one simulation to a live account. And in my opinion, if you could get in there and learn how to, hit all the buttons, figure out what everything does, what happens if I move my leverage while I'm in a position, what happens if I use 100x leverage, it'll let you play around with things with absolutely zero risk. And I highly recommend getting your feet wet in the sandbox before actually loading up a live account, because then you could just say, hey, let me try a bunch of 100x trades. You'll probably get wrecked on every single one of them, and then when you load up the live account, you'll already know how dangerous 100x leverage is. So we go over the whole thing. It's gonna be a really saucy tutorial. It's a little bit of a longer one, but it is literally the only tutorial you need if you're new to leverage trading. It sounds enticing to you, but you're a little nervous because it sounds dangerous. I break everything down in the easiest way possible and then show you how to play with it for free. So keep an eye out for that. We're probably gonna release that on Wednesday next week. So check that out. And yeah. So, with all that being said, guys, that's what we're looking at on Bitcoin. Hopefully, we hold the value area low. If not, you have all the levels down below. And what I'm expecting, money flow is still bearish in my opinion. So that continuation down is not unlikely. But again, taking those stabs at the little longs here at the low. Mostly based off order flow confirmations for anyone curious. All right, let's go ahead and continue on, guys. If you want to see your favorite altcoin, I already got a couple I want to take a look at. So, Rob, let's do 2 or 3 requests today. Go ahead. Yeah, we're going to take a look at each. Shout out to Robert. Absolutely, bro. I'm about to jump into that right now. I actually have some thoughts on Ethereum that I want to talk about with you guys today. So, we'll take a look at Ethereum and then drop your altcoins in the chat right now. And, guys, I realized that I completely neglected 2 altcoins last night. I forgot I had them written down here. It was Algo and Pepe, and I went for a run around the block. It was a walk. And I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, man, I forgot to look at Algo and Pepe. So I'm going to get those out today, and I'll take a look at ETH and XRP as well as Solana, and then we'll get a couple of requests in here as well, and then we're going to get to those giveaways. So smash up that like button, guys. 550 likes will get you. Let's see. Did Chainlink win here again? Yeah, okay, so Chainlink is in the lead. Hats are second. 1 month in the one month free premium, 1 week. 1 week of free premium. Oh, for 3. I was like, why would more people vote for a week instead of a month? Interesting. All right, so everybody wants Chainlink. Why not just get that straight up crypto? I love it. Let me do a quick little super chat check. Thank you for that, Tony. I appreciate you. Shout out to Nordic Thank you for that super chat, bro. I appreciate you very much. He says, simply put, can you please check algo for the Mafia? Hey, Nordic, were you the one that requested it last night? I thought about you if you were. I thought about you last night. I was like, dang it, I forgot. We'll look at it today, though, for sure. And if I forget again, I don't know. I don't know. There's no hope for looking at algo, I guess. But no, we'll take a look at it for you tonight. Absolutely. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate you. Smash that like button, and I'll prank Frank before the end of the stream. Tony, you probably shouldn't have made that public. I'm not going to lie. I've already locked the studio door. But anyway, shout out to Tony D. He said, on good pace with the likes. Let's get 350 by 630. Let's go. Lots of OGs tonight. Welcome back. We missed you. Shout out to Tony D and the OGs of the Candle Mafia. Shout out to Jimmy Void, Jimmy Two Shoes, my paisan. We got to see him in Nashville. If you guys are OGs, you guys know who he is. We took some pictures. It was super cool. And shout out to Wick. We saw him as well. And Micro Retro Tech. Retro Mike Tech. Shout out to you, bro. But anyway, let's continue on here. Akira Project said, I'll think of you. All right, let's see. Oh, shout out to Wick. Says, wifey keeps touching me. Wick's wife. You could be fine 89, but wait until after the TA. I mean, dang. Anyway, shout out to you guys. Let's go ahead and continue. You thought about me. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Nordic. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look here at Ethereum. Bada boom, bada bing, coming in at $3,000 even. Someone take a screenshot. Oh, and there it goes. It's gone. But here we are, guys. Let's take a look at what we got going on ETH. Now, obviously, we have taken a few different we've been taking a look at this chart on ETH. As you guys know, I actually moved this volume profile slightly. But let me go ahead and turn on the non-log. C-Swap. Shout out to the Wolverine. Shout out to Wolverine. I will definitely take a look at C-Swap. I am a holder of C-Swap. Not that that really matters. I don't think like anything I say is going to be able to move that price or anything. But I do hold C-Swap if for anybody who's interested in knowing. But let's take a look here. So as you guys know, I did move this fib a little bit. Yeah, I did move this fib a little bit. Let me hide this. And I'm going to pull up a different chart as well. But I just want to kind of bring this up because this is something we were looking at, right? We did have this daily naked point of control. I wish I had the old levels here because I like to kind of walk you guys through what we were already looking at. But taking a look here, we couldn't hold this golden pocket. We simply were going to be looking down towards that 786 where we also have this spider line, daily naked point of control sitting right here. So I will just say this, right? The last level of defense here recently has been the value area low, right? And then, if we couldn't hold that golden pocket value area low, very simply put, looking to go down to that 786. We actually did just tap that. I'll zoom in a minute. But we did just tap that 786. But I'll be honest with you guys, right? And I was talking to the Discord about this earlier today. And I actually still have it up here. So I want to take up the liquidation heat map. If you guys do not know what we're looking at here, simply put, all that, I'm going to start seeing typos like crazy in the chat if I keep saying that. But yeah, shout out to the Rob, perfectly on time. There we go. But if you don't know what we're looking at here, this is simply a liquidation heat map showing us where there are likely traders with their liquidation level sitting in the market, right? So you can see right down here, we have a hot spot of liquidity. And what do we know about liquidity? And that is that it acts as a magnet for price, right? So if we have this hot spot of liquidity, where is this sitting? It is sitting at between about $2,800 all the way down to about $2,760-ish. And what does this mean, right? Now, it doesn't guarantee just because there's liquidity down here that price is just going to yoink down there. But it does tend to act as a magnet, right? And if we just zoom out, you could kind of see that, right? Like back here, we had some liquidity sitting up here. Price came up, swing failed it, and then we get a little trend to the downside. We went for one more shot, and then we wound up starting the big downtrend, right? But price likes to gravitate towards that liquidity. So, this is a pretty significant area, but there's another reason on the trading view chart why I'd be paying attention to this level. So not only do we have that, again, $2,800, not only do we have the visible liquidity sitting there, but we also have some key levels of support down there. We have this fresh daily horizontal level sitting at almost $2,800, even $2,786 to be exact. And then on top of that, guys, if we know that liquidity is sitting below these lows, And we know that liquidity acts as a magnet for price, right? Everyone's like, oh my God, what is he drawing? But, if we wind up losing this 786 and spider line zone with this daily naked point of control and this daily horizontal, like this is your last line of defense, right? If we don't hold this zone right here sitting between, 29.75 all the way down to about 29.31, could potentially look for a move down to go grab that liquidity and hopefully we don't get the big dump, right? Hopefully we could come down here, sweep the lows swiftly, and snap right back up, get maybe a swing failure pattern, just see a liquidity grab occur, get back on that spider line, get back into the value area, and then start a move to the upside. That would be kind of the what I would be looking for. And these lows are looking interesting as soon as we looked at the heat map and saw that liquidity sitting down there, right? And again, that is sitting between 2,800 and about call it 27,600. So definitely some pretty nice, clear confluence down there, especially with that fresh daily level sitting there. It is pretty nice, right? And then what I will do here is let me just pull up this cleaner chart. And this golden pocket as well, right? This golden pocket ends at about 27 or starts at about 27.65. And 27.60 is where the liquidity ends, right? So, again, it wouldn't be impossible, in my opinion. I don't have the spider lines on this chart, but it wouldn't be impossible, in my opinion, if we know we have that liquidity sitting down here below, right? Go scoop that liquidity, boom, into the golden pocket, and then get a reclaim of the range. That would kind of be the best case scenario if we get that bigger drop. Now, if we lose that golden pocket, next place price might go is to that 786 sitting at about $2,500, which is somewhat nice just because it's like very close to that psychological level. So keep an eye on that, and that is definitely what I'll be looking at on ETH. As far as market cipher goes, I will say, yeah, 2-day money flow doesn't look like as... Yeah, it's just kind of flat there. 3-day money flow looking to cross potentially back into the red here. Again, so money flow is generally trending to the downside. Thank you for that, Rob. I appreciate you. I was like, why are there so many alts? I thought we were doing 2 or 3. And Rob is such a legend that he literally just put the ones that I was thinking of because he knows I'll probably forget them. Shout out to Rob, the crypto snob. If that does, money flow is trending out here on the 3-day, so it's really, even the 4-day tanking out here, 10-hour money flow crossover into the red. So, looking pretty similar to Bitcoin, right? So, yeah, kind of the same sentiment as far as market cipher goes. And just remember, guys, and I was talking to the Premium Discord about this in our Premium live stream earlier today, when we look at this, right, when we were originally looking at ETH before we got the drop down on the 4th of July, when we saw this drop, right, which... we got down to the value area low, right? And we saw money flow specifically on the 2-day, starting to cross over into the red, even before the big drop, right? We saw the money flow cross into the red. We were expecting the value area low to come in. I actually did, in anticipation of that money flow bringing us down lower, caught that short position. I think I actually might have it on here. Yeah, there is my short position, caught from about $3,800. I actually caught the exact top there, but the... when you see that money flow coming out, right, we are looking at this as a filter, right? When money flow is deep in the red, shout out to Tony D. Don't send oh, that's the giveaway link. Just sending links. Hey, Frankie, click this link. Shout out to Tony D. Yeah, there you go, guys. There's the link for the giveaway video tonight. But when we take a look here, guys, when we see money flow in the red, we can use this as a filter into when to favor shorts and when to favor longs. And that had a big reason. This on top of just market structure in general and the price action in general, when we saw this bounce from the low, and same thing on Bitcoin, which is still potentially in play. And we'll only know if that's going to happen if we get the bigger drop to the downside and the breakish structure, right, to lower prices. If we get that, this will have been correct. It's too early to call it because price hasn't gone down there yet, right? It might not be the case. But when you see money flow in the red, right, the reason we were looking at this $3,500 POC and golden pocket confluence for a potential rejection on ETH is the same reason we were looking at the 786 golden pocket for a rejection on Bitcoin. And that is simply that based off your Fibonacci retracements, market structure, and even if you're looking at your money flow, which was confirming this, when you get that pump to the upside, if money flows in the red, you can anticipate a lackluster bounce for a potential lower high and a move back to the downside to eventually break structure, meaning break this low. We don't know if that's happening yet, but where did we reject? Right from that 786. And why were we looking there? Simply put, The golden pocket 786 zone, in my experience, is the best place to look for rejections. And although Bitcoin went for the 786, Ethereum simply went for the POC, golden pocket confluence. And what happened? It was a lackluster bounce to the upside for a potential continuation down. And if we come down to this golden pocket, it will literally, I wish we could pull the clip. I'm not going to make Tony go hunt for it because it was a while ago. It was like as we were about to pump here, we were looking at this opportunity with the breaker structure on Ethereum and this lackluster bounce before a potential breaker structure on Bitcoin. Now, again, we don't know if we're going to get that, but we have to keep that in mind. And right now, we are rejecting those zones. So again, not necessarily going to happen, but because we have this, okay, there we go. OBS just reconnecting. Okay. Frozen. Okay, yeah, I think it just got better. I don't know what that was. Sorry about that, guys. I'm hardline. I am literally hardwired. I don't know what we could possibly do. I have no VPNs. I don't know what's going on. But if we had money flow like about to cross into the green at this low on that last dump on the 4th of July, then we would look for a bigger move up. But because money flow was in the red, what's going on here? Did I break trading view? Okay, brush tool's not working. There we go. But when this money flows in the red, that's where you're looking for the... Okay, broke the brush tool, guys. Brush tool doesn't work. What the heck is going on? Why is this happening to me? Everything else is working. Am I tripping? Okay, somebody. It's just not showing up. That is quite frustrating. How am I? Oh, I think I know. Hang on. We did have a storm. They may be working on lines or something because we did have a storm. I am literally hardwired. I don't know how we could fix that. Did my VPN randomly just turn back on or something? No, VPN is still off, guys. I don't know what's going on. Can't make this up, though. Can't make this up. Frankie Candles is a magnet for technical difficulties. They're trying to take us down. But I think we're back here. I'm so glad that everything I do is recorded, guys. Because no one would ever believe, you saw that, right? What the heck is going on? I think it's the SEC coming after me, guys. I'm thinking, am I messing something up here? Why is this brush tool not working? So there we go. We got the brush tool back. But very simply put, guys, when you see that money flow crossover into the red, it's very similar to market structure, right? Because if you have a local bearish market structure, you could potentially anticipate that to continue, right? Shout out to Tony D said, if you're hardwired, it's out of your control. Yeah, shout out to Tony D. I'm just getting I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this always happens to me. But yeah, Gensler's goons are after you. Shout out to Mike Vito, my paisan. I don't know. Shout out to Mike Vito. Let's go. But Gensler's Goons is hilarious. Gary! Shout out to Daniel. But yeah. Yo, Tiberi said Frankie's freezing the stream while he dumps on us. But yeah, guys, you can see here, anytime you see a bearish change of character, this is one of the big things I love about Lux Algo. One of the main things that I like to use it for is just identifying the market structure. And this is the price actions concepts indicator. They do have free versions of this, I believe. It's not as saucy, but they do have free versions, right? They do have their premium indicators. They are a sponsor of the channel. You guys can check them out in the link in the description down below. We absolutely love Lux Algo. Not only the indicators or just the indicators, but also the company in general. I believe in what they're doing. They're doing great things. I think they're going to be absolutely, even more big than they are now. But they offer a very similar free indicator, so you guys can check it out. But I love to see this, right? Because just like money flow can indicate whether you should be looking for longs or shorts, the changes of character are how you can use the price action to do the same thing. You have a bearish change of character, right? And when you see that bearish change of character, it is going to be more likely that you're going to be better off to short lower highs for a move continuation to the downside rather than look for longs on this dip for a massive move up. And very simply put, really people are about to be wobbling in the chat. But when you see that, right, this could be your filter. Hey, bearish change of character, so I'm not going to FOMO into the short here, but I'm going to wait for price to come down, and then when price retraces, I'm going to be looking for a short on the lower high. Why am I not looking for the long to continue up? Simply because you had the bearish change of character, and then if you had money flow coming out or something like that as well, it can be a really, really good confirmation. So these are two ways you can use as two things you could use as a filter to try to figure out what side of the market you should be on, right? I think a lot of people don't know how long they should hold their longs for or their shorts, and you can use the market structure as well as money flow to try to do that, right? You could take a long here, but you wouldn't want to be holding it for higher prices, in my opinion, because the market structure is bearish and you're likely going to continue down. And then what happens? You get that break of structure to the downside that I was just talking about on Bitcoin and Ethereum, like this, right? You get that break of structure to the downside. Same thing with ETH, right? Or same thing in the grand scheme of things right here, right? If you come up, reject here, that money flows in the red, may be able to come down and break that structure to the downside. It's the same thing. The market structure, price action is all the same thing, but you're just either looking at it from a macro point of view or you're zooming into a local point of view, right? It's all the same thing, and it all works the same way. So until we change market structure here, or we get another bullish change of character for a potential change of market structure, I would probably be favoring shorts in this environment, right? So there you go. And then where are you going to look for that lower high to come in? Well, oftentimes it comes in at golden pocket 786 retracements, right? And where'd you get the rejection here? Right on that golden pocket. And that is the sauce. Shout out to Lux Algo. And another really cool thing here is it makes it really easy to see is if you go into your settings and you just turn on your candle coloring, when you get the bearish change of characters, your candles will turn purple. I think this is default. But it'll change the color of your candles, right? So candles turn purple. Now I'm looking for shorts, right? So just in real time, what this looks like is, oh man, okay, cool. All right, everything's good. Maybe you could look for longs here. Technically, you would be, but then you get the breakish structure, and you're like, oh my God, what's my next trade? Well, you're probably not going to look for a long to all-time highs, right? You're probably going to wait for a retracement to look for a new short. Where's that short likely to come in at? Well, you pull from, let me see, wait till we get a bounce, right? So once you start to get that bounce, bada boom, you're thinking, where's that next short going to come in? Pull from your high to your local high to your low. Golden pocket 786 is that zone that is likely to give you the short, right? And then, to be honest, you had nice confluence here as well. I didn't take this trade, but, you had nice confluence here with your value area, right? So your POC and your value area low on top of the golden pocket, on top of the bearish change of character. And then for me, that is my short entry right here. Stop loss maybe above the 786. And then you can look to take it down to the value area low. And then bada boom, obviously we know this is going to play out, right? You get your entry, and then it goes back down to the value area low. Obviously, we knew that was going to happen. This is bar replay mode. But that's how it works, right? That's how I like to filter my trades, whether I should be looking for longs or shorts, and hopefully you learned something there. So there you go. A little bit of free value for the Mafia. Shout out to Lux Algo. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and continue on here and start taking a look at some of the other altcoins. Number one, I want to take a look at XRP, which is literally... let me hide some of this stuff. Actually, no, I want to show this, right? So here's the thing, right? We have a few different levels here on XRP. And just bear with me, guys. I'm gonna hide some of this stuff just to clean up the chart. I'll just grab this, grab this, grab this, grab this. Hide it all. Get it off the chart. Get it out of my face. Get it out of here. Imagine I was just grouchy like that all the time. I don't know how people do that. Let's see. Not acting like I never get grouchy. Ask Tony D. But let's see here. Let me turn. What am I doing? Hide this. Hide this. I'm going to get rid of the nitty-gritty levels here, and I just want to talk about what we're seeing in terms of the volume profile. Right, nice little bounce off that daily naked point of control, which was one of the levels we were looking at. But I'm going to hide that for now because, again, if we look at money flow here, money flow is starting to come out, right? 6-hour money flow coming out. VWAP coming up, right? So still a possibility of bouncing here. But again, with money flow coming out, you want to probably favor. Shout out to Capitalist. We did not take a look at Solana yet. It will be next. But, with money flow coming out, your filter here is, hey, we're probably going to continue down. Or at least that is the statistical probability. The odds are going to be in your favor, right? At least when looking at the 6-hour. But green dot prints maybe get a bounce to the upside, but I would rather look for a potential, I already have the fib pulled here. I would rather look for a potential push into a macro or a key level of resistance, golden pocket 786, where we know it is likely to get that rejection, maybe we can look for a short here down to the POC if we don't just shoot down there automatically. So again, not a trade setup. I'm not telling people to take that trade. It would have to be very reliant on what price action looks like up here. But again, that would kind of be what you would expect based off money flow. So keep that in mind, right? And then if we pull up something like, pull up the 1 hour here, and then we pull up Lux Algo real quick, and we will go ahead and hide the smart trail just to clean things up. I'll hide all the TA. You can see bearish change of character, right? So you are, and I'll just turn on the candle colors to make it a little more simple. Bearish change of character, purple candles. So at that point, you're going to be looking to short lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, right? You're going to be better off shorting those lower highs than looking for moonshot longs. You could have tried to long this every time, and you would have gotten stopped out every single time. But if you were doing that, you simply were not paying attention to the actual market structure, and we're just getting continuous breaks of structure to the downside. And that is going to be expected until you get a bullish change of character, right? So there you go. But if we pull up the TA here, guys, what have we been looking at on XRP? We looked for a move above this value area low, looked for a move to the POC. After we flipped that POC to support, literally we were saying, can we see a 62-cent XRP? And I think it was the next day we shot up to that value area high. And it's not because I'm magic. It's not because I'm the best trader to ever live. It's not because I'm the best analyst to ever live, even though I sometimes like to think that, at least to myself. It is just based off the TA that we do here that we teach for free every single day. And you can see how beautifully it plays out. Value area low, POC, value area high. And then where are you looking for a rejection? At the value area high or on the deviation, and where are we getting the rejection from? On the deviation from the value area high. So if you're new here, or you're just new to trading in general, I don't know a better tool to start with than the volume profile. We have videos about it on the channel. Absolutely overpowered. So where can we be going from here, right? Okay, cool, Frankie. We get the volume profiles, but where are we going next, right? I would say this. And we're getting the bounce off this second zone that we were looking at. If we get a bounce back up, again, I would be careful based off money flow for a potential pushback to the downside. But if we lose this daily naked point of control, very simply put, just looking at this as a volume profile. Value area high, POC, value area low. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that we're going to get back down to the value area low, but just based off the laws of the volume profile, we've rejected the high. We can't get back above. We could be on our way to start that journey back to the POC, which would be the next place that I would be willing to look for a long if we do not bounce from here. And that is not only the POC, the range, but also a daily naked point of control and a daily fresh horizontal level. So there you go. Shout out to Greg, says, Frankie Candles, hey, I'm new here. What are you talking about? Shout out to Greg. This is have you ever heard of what is it called? This is like coding. It's like computer programming. I'm teaching people how to be a computer programmer. So shout out to Greg. If you're here to learn computer programming, welcome to the Frankie Coding YouTube channel. Shout out to Greg. If you don't know, Greg's been here for a while. He's messing with us. But anyway, let's continue on. Hope you're doing well, Greg. But we do have confluence at this level. So, that would be kind of, and just based off the volume profile, next likely place for price to go, in my opinion. So there you go. And then we analyze price, lose that POC. If we can't get the longs, probably looking down towards the value area low. But it's an if this, then that. I would hope, right? I would prefer to come down here and put in macro higher lows for a continuation up. Because again, remember, the reason why we were looking for these pushes up on XRP was simply based off Market Cipher B's daily green dot with the money flow coming up. But then we put in the daily bear div at the value area high, right? Like this is how you trade the value areas, right? Come to the high, deviate above, higher highs on your price action, lower highs on your momentum waves. This is a pretty clear signal that you're probably going to get some kind of pullback. And there you go. You reject the value area high, potentially on our way to that POC. But hopefully we could just bounce here. So there you go. That is what I'd look at for XRP. And then real quick, shout out to Stefan. Hopefully I'm not butchering your name. It says, if you have less than 5 years full-time trading, stay out until early or mid-September. I will say this. Probably not a bad idea, right? Because in September, if we wind up getting the push up very similar to the previous cycles, the trading will get exponentially easier going into September. So I would agree with that. It has been a pretty choppy market recently, to be quite honest. Pretty unclear signals, unclear setups, and but shout out to Stefan. And if you guys watched the FEMEX video on Wednesday, you'll know how you could kind of be in the action without risking your money. So there you go. But also, you're not gonna be able to make profit. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here. Got to be forged through the fire. That's another thing too, right? If you learn how to trade right now, it's probably not enough time until September to just become profitable, right? It's a very common thing for especially trading influencers. I try to really, really push against this. I don't want to be a normal trading influencer that just tells people that they can get profitable overnight and you're gonna become rich in a year or 6 months, right? Like this is very unlikely. Trading's very hard, and it really the thing that makes a profitable trader is making the mistakes, paying your market tuition, losing money, figuring out what you did wrong, and then making sure you note those mistakes and actively try to fix them. Most people can't do it, right? 98% of traders, 95% of traders give up is what I say. I don't think it's that 95% of people can't do it. I just think if you have that discipline, you greatly increase your chances of becoming profitable. But it's not going to happen in a week, a month, or even 6 months, right? Some people, everyone's different. Some people can do it shorter. Some people take way longer, right? For me, it was about probably closer to 2 years, right? And even that, in my opinion, is like pretty short amount of time. You really, people go to college for 4 years to work a job that hopefully they like, but people go to college, they pay all this money, they go into debt to learn and go to school for 4 full years before they really see any kind of return, right? Before they even get the job, and then they got to work the job for a little while to get some kind of return. So in my opinion, right, I was willing to spend at least 4 years in this, and I was learning through college, but, really just like, think of it as college, right? Like you're paying your market tuition and, there's no degree at the end, but if you can figure it out and stay disciplined and actually become a real profitable trader, which is not an easy thing to do, but if you can do it, it's like the most rewarding thing ever, right? Like you can make money from anywhere, not laying on a beach, right? This is, again, unrealistic, something trading influencers will just try to sell you. You will never catch me. Like, sure, I'll trade on my phone while I'm out places. Like we were at the baseball game. I put a trade set up in the Discord. That one actually wound up hitting. So we will do that, but it's not like you just get to lay on a beach, hit buy and sell, and make $1 million. It's not like that. Even me, right? I would much rather be sitting at my station here with all of my monitors. You guys can't see it, but with all of my monitors and stuff, and with my actual trading setup, sitting at a desk, paying attention with a notepad or an iPad or whatever, and just really focusing on things, right? It's not as easy as just laying on the beach, hitting buy and sell. If it was, I'd probably be doing that, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Stefan, thank you for saying that, bro. Keeping it real. Learn the ropes with Frankie. Yeah, shout out to Stefan. Appreciate you, bro. I like that you said that because it really is good to kind of set the it is true, right? I think a lot of people out there just try to make you think you're going to get rich quick. It's not the case. But anyway, but if you stick with it, trust me, it'll be the most rewarding thing you'll ever do. Love the fam. Shout out to Seth. Welcome in. Maybe a Band-Aid in the chat. What is going on? Shout out to Maybe a Band-Aid. But let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. That's what I'm looking at on XRP. You can see we are starting to get that bounce from this level. But let's go ahead and jump into some other altcoins here. I'm going to start off with Algo because we skipped that last time. Shout out to Ken Barkoff said, what's going on? Just smash that like button. It won't hurt. I promise. We'll literally pay you guys. We'll pay you to smash that like button. Put in the time. Crypto Trey. Absolutely, bro. Put in the dang time. Anything worthwhile does not come fast. I've done basically everything I do in my life. I picked the hardest path, right? Like, I didn't want to, I've worked 9-to-5 jobs, but I've always wanted to be a business owner. I've tried to run many businesses. I just tried to do the hardest things possible. And any of those things that I saw success in took 10 times longer than I thought. I thought, oh, hey, I'll start an Amazon FBA business. It's easy. Look at the gurus online. They just, they get some products, they sell it, they're a millionaire, right? And I actually did wind up making a decent money with Amazon FBA or some kind of money. And it was way harder and took way longer than anyone ever said, but it was possible, right? I was able to do it. It was just way harder than I thought. Same thing with trading. Someone will come up here, right? I'll come up here, I'll show trades. It's like, wow, Frankie longs the bottom, shorts the top, right? First of all, it's not always like that. And number two, it took a long time to get to where I am now with trading, right? Way longer than I would have ever thought, right? I thought maybe I'll do it for 3 months. I'll make a ton of money. I thought I was going to put 100x leverage on. I thought I was going to, make $100 million a year in 2018, right? And that was not the case at all, right? So anything worthwhile takes time, guys. Choose the hard path. It is typically the most rewarding one. Although if you could stick through the hard times, I'm not gonna lie and act like I've never wanted to give up on anything, right? And those feelings always creep back when you're doing something hard. So don't sleep on that. Yeah, anything hard does not come fast. Tell that to the wife. All right, guys, we got to wrap up the live stream. Shout out to Alfonso. I love your name, bro. But let's continue on here. Taking a look at Algo. Not this chart. This is an old chart. Let's pull up the Binance chart, and here we are, right? Major value area that we're looking at. So we actually have looked at algo. I thought we were. Yeah, I thought it had been longer since we've looked at algo. But here we go, right? We'll get rid of this old fib. Bada boom, bada bing. Where are we headed with algo? All right, so let's see here. We've come up. We've rejected the value area low. Let me pull this to the current price action real quick, see where that brings us. Okay, beautiful. So I'll just adjust that a little bit. Bada boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. And come on. Bada bing. Oh, come on. Let me move the line. There we go. Okay, so here we are, right? Came up, resistance, right? And now we are potentially losing these lows. So I will say this, right? For Algorand, let's see. Let me pull this little local range here. This is probably getting respected right now. It is. Okay, so I would take this as well. Bada boom. Wow, it is 150 degrees in this studio right now, guys. I am not doing well right now. Frankie Campbell's about to pass out from a heat stroke. Okay, yeah, so there you go, right? These are the local levels I would look at, right? And I'll be honest, if you lose this, bada boom. Okay, so if we lose this, yeah, 11 cents. You have another high volume node. I wish we had a cleaner range here. I really do. I wish this was a cleaner range down here. It's just so wonked out. But I would definitely be looking at this POC from about 11 cents, almost like 10, almost 11 cents. So I will go ahead and label this POC. And yeah, so I'll be honest, right? If you can't get back above this level, if you can't get back above this value area high, probably looking towards that POC at about 11 cents. And then if you lose that value area low sitting at about 9 cents, almost 10 cents, is probably the next level, right? Just kind of looking at these high volume nodes, also in line with your other volume profile here, right? I'm not going to put the white box just because it would look very confusing. But yeah, these are the key levels I would look at below. If we pull up the higher time frames, I mean, 4-hour money flow in the red, it's not what you want to see for a massive move to the upside. It just isn't, right? It doesn't mean we can't get it, but really what you would want to see is like on the 4-day, if we were anticipating a big move, right, really what we would want to see is the opposite. We want to see it coming up like this. If that were the case, right, if this was a red money flow wave crossing into the green fresh right here, I would 100%, and if we had a bull div here or something, I would 100% be looking to even maybe stack along starting here, and then we drop down here. I would compound it and then look for a bigger move to the upside. But that's if money flow was coming up. We literally are doing the opposite, right? This is not what you're looking for a huge move up. It is what it is, right? It is the information on the charts. Fresh 5-day red dot, 6-day red dot, and your weekly red dot is printing. So in general, right, money flow is generally trending up here, but that weekly could potentially come back down to these lower levels. So I would be careful here with algo in the medium term. So there you go. Maybe we got a short-term bounce off that value area low, but I'd be careful here. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on. Bada boom, take a sip of that black coffee. Let's check out Pepe. I just like calling it PP. They got COQ. They got PP, I personally don't hold PP. I hold the other one. But anyway, I really do. It's like not worth selling just because I caught, I don't know how. I literally, bought the absolute bottom of that COQ ENU. But let's see here. Bada boom. Why did I do that? We're trying to look at Pepe. Why did I just look at I want to look at a different Pepe chart. Not CO. God, got COQ in my mind, I guess. All right, I'm done, guys. I'm done. Oh, it's Friday, guys. It's Friday. Why am I doing it? I did it again. Oh, my God, guys. We're going to have to end the stream. I got one brain cell left. It was my first week back from the Nashville conference. I'm not functioning properly. All right, let's check the Pepe USDT. Okay, so let's take a look at this. I'll go ahead and clear the range here. Wick had to help me with that one. I own 0 CAS. Shout out to Stefan. Okay. Oh, God. Shout out to Bitfrog. Okay, so taking a look here. Let's go ahead and Okay, so I actually don't hate this range. Let me just... Kind of two ranges you could look at here. I'm going to take a look at the local one. So here we are, right? Let me pull this. Okay. Go ahead and highlight this. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, so losing, I mean, this is actually kind of looking similar to, funny enough, kind of looking like, similar to Bitcoin, where you're like losing that value area low. You have that lower consolidation sitting below. This POC. Yeah, I mean, you really don't want to lose this range, in my opinion. You lose that range, probably. I mean, you actually do have a decent bit of support below. Yeah, you want to hold this value area low. If you lose, if you hit that, if you don't hold this value area low, maybe coming down. I'll be honest, you kind of have a decent amount of support here. This actually doesn't really look that horrifying, if I'm being honest, right? Even if we pull the full range. Yeah, I actually don't think that this is in that horrible shape, to be honest. Not that it won't dump with everything else if everything else dumps, but it's you have a bunch of price action back here that is likely to give you support on the way down, right? Like really what I would prefer to look at is something like this. Yeah. So I'll give you this, right? Value area high, POC, value area low. So if we wind up not being able to get back above this value area low and get another move up, and we break below this value area high, I would simply shift my sights down below here to the lower value area. Looking for a move to the POC, lose the POC, go down to the value area low. So yeah, and again, it's like it's nice. You have this nice little range. You can see this was also respected. You get back in the range, back to the value area high, back to the value area low, back to the high, and then you break out, right? So I would definitely keep an eye on these levels. But as far as market cipher goes, right, 10-hour, money flow crossing over into the red. Yeah, it all looks the same, right? Money flow coming out on the higher time frames, 12-hour, telling a different story here with the money flow more trending towards the upside. Pretty oversold wave here. So yeah, if we can't stick this value area low and get a move back up, I'd watch this range down here. Take a look at the daily money flow coming out, 2-day money flow coming out. Yeah, I'd be careful here. Fresh 3-day red dot, fresh 4-day red dot, and a blood diamond? Oh, baby. 4-day blood diamond. That is not what you want to see. That is bearish, right? With money flow coming out. With money flow about to cross into the red. Definitely not what you want to see here. Definitely not what you want to see. So yeah, definitely paying attention to those support levels down there. So there you go. That's what I'd be looking at on COQ. And then real quick, guys, Tony, did we land on the the title, right? Bearish signs appear, right? I don't just put these titles for no reason. They're not always like for a specific reason, but I do just want to point out here, guys. 4-hour yellow X. These oftentimes, on Bitcoin, these yellow X's oftentimes come in twos, right? Right? They usually come in twos. One gives you a drop. Second one gives you the big drop. And then usually the third, fourth, fifth could sometimes indicate seller exhaustion. But one yellow X printed, if we wind up kind of getting a bounce here and then get another, another yellow X, that could signal the next drop. So be careful, only because these kind of come in, these usually have friends. Not all the time, right? It's not 100% of the time. But if you go back, like this one was kind of a fake out. But yeah, 1 wiggles you down. 2, absolute nuke, right? That was a fluke. 1 gives you a move down. 2 gives you the nuke. There were 2 here. They kind of weren't really confluent. But you can see very often these come in twos, right? 1X, and the second one gives you the nuke, right? 1X, 2X. I guess the third one was the charm there. But these oftentimes do come in pairs, right? 1, or I guess trios sometimes too. 1, 2, big move. 1, 2, fake out. But actually, this was the fourth, right? So you have 1, gives you the drop. 2 gives you the nuke. And then 3, 4 indicated some kind of exhaustion. You got to move back up, but then you got the bigger drop down anyway. Obviously, a different point, different part of the market there at the time. But yeah. So there you go. Be careful. I forgot to bring that up, right? The title literally says bearish signs appearing. We're not making it up, right? They're here. Especially with that 4-day red dot, 4-day blood diamond on, dang, are we going to get it on Bitcoin? That might be a blood diamond too. Heikinashi's printing that yet? No. Watch out for that blood diamond on the 4-day. Because it is there on Pepe. Not the best look. Definitely not the best look there. Yeesh. I did not like that. Oh, God, 5-day too. Oh, my God, weekly? Oh, thank God. No, you get a weekly blood diamond, guys. That is ugh. Yeah, this does not look good. As far as market cipher goes. Look down to these levels lower. So there you go. Let's go ahead and continue on. Yeah, shout out to Stefan says worst case is 48K BTC. It's basically very similar to the levels I was looking at earlier in the stream. Absolutely. Definitely some strong support down there. And honestly, without a Black Swan event, there's not much reason to look down lower, in my opinion. All right, let's see. What was the video? Shout out to Crypto Maxi. I believe Tony D can drop that in the chat. Actually, thank you for bringing that up. So we took a look at Algo. We took a look at Pepe. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at Solana because we are running out of time here, guys. Or did we? We didn't look at Solana yet, did we? I know we looked at it in the premium Discord. But yeah, very simply put, very similar to XRP, just kind of listening to what we wanted it to do. Held above our key level of support. That was our doorway to higher prices. Broke the level. Absolutely was the doorway to higher prices, getting a massive move to the upside. And then on the way down, we had this naked value area that we were looking at for some kind of support. But yesterday, what we were looking at was, hey, we were kind of lingering down here at the low saying, hey, if we can't get back into this value area, that could be the bigger drop down towards where, simply put, people really wobbling now, simply put, right down towards that value area low, right? So you reject the high, which we did front run it slightly, but we could be on our way back down to that POC value area low. And again, yesterday's live stream, this was the key level, right? Just, based off the volume profile, right? Everything is a volume profile in my eyes, right? Come down, can't get back above. That's where you look for the drop down. And just, in the grand scheme of the larger profile, that value area low POC is going to be the next stop. Other than that, you can see 3-hour money flow crossover into the red, 4-hour money flow crossover into the red, 8-hour money flow actually not looking too bad, but it does look like it's on its way down. 6-hour money flow on its way out, 12-hour coming down. So just be careful out there, right? A lot of this stuff does have money flow coming out on the higher time frames. 4-day red dot. Hopefully we don't have any blood diamonds on dang Solana. Yeah, keep those blood diamonds out of here. But yeah, that's what I'd be looking at. Other than that, market cipher B looks very similar. This is your key level of support. If you can't hold that daily naked point of control at 125, look for the bigger drop to the previous value area high at 109 and 101. But if we come down, maybe we slip that value area, stick the daily naked point of control. I will be looking for support here and here. So between 140 and 132, lose that, down to 125, lose this, looking for the bigger drop. That's what I'm looking at. So there you go. Shout out to the Soul Ninjas. I don't know. What is the Solana community called? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Shout out to John Vucci. Thank you for the super chat. Said, when I started with the Mafia, I didn't know anything. Now I literally took the same long the premium Discord took without even catching the live or seeing the post. Shout out to John Vucci. It's bittersweet for me. I like to help, so it kind of makes me sad that I wasn't able to help you, but it makes me so happy that, we are the reason why you're able to see these trades. So shout out to John Vucci. Congratulations, my paisan. Congratulations, bro. Super happy to hear that. This is why I have this YouTube channel, is to get comments like this. Shout out to Summit. Summit left us a really nice chat in the premium Discord, just thanking us for what we did. Or not what we did, but what we do here. He's like, you changed everything for me. I'm learning a ton. And that's the goal of this YouTube channel, guys. I'm never going to come up here and tell you can get rich quick day trading. But I figure if I can show you guys what I do and you could walk alongside alongside me, either on this live stream or in the premium. I'm never going to shove my products down your throat. You know, if you want to join the premium, you want to take your trading to the next level, I think personally it's one of the best resources out there. I base my premium Discord based off of what I wish I had when I was learning, and people seem to love it. But, you know, even on these live streams, you can still walk beside me as you see the trades. You're not, you know, I'm not holding your hand through the trade, but you can see the positions I'm taking, and I break down everything as in detail as I possibly can for you guys, and as simply as I can as well. Because TA does not have to be as confusing as it looks, right? You show someone who doesn't know how to trade or doesn't know anything about charts, this chart, even a simpler chart, right? Like, look at this, like, Ethereum chart where it's just, like, one value. You show this to someone who doesn't know what it is, they're like, oh, my God, this guy's a math genius. Like, what is this? Oh, my God, there's numbers, Fibonacci. I don't know what any of this is. Money, what is all these lines? Oh, my God, he looks like a heart monitor. And they get super scared. Or super, I don't want to say scared, but they get put off, right? They're like, it looks too confusing. But this does not have to be as hard as people think it is, right? And that's why I love Lux Algo. I love Market Cipher. It simplifies things, as well as the volume profiles give you that beautiful kind of context into where price is going to go next. So with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into some, we'll move Dogecoin and link to Monday's live stream. Let's see. Shout out to Crespo Crypto. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Says BTC testing the 200 daily simple moving average. Thoughts? Shout out to Crespo Crypto. And I always like to preface this. I don't always look at moving averages, not because they don't work, not because they're not reliable, just because you can only really look at so much stuff. But let's go ahead and pull up a moving average here real quick, and we'll take a look at it, right? Bada boom. Oh, come on. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. Okay, come on over to Bitcoin. What did I do here? Am I tripping? What am I doing wrong here? Shout out to Crespo Crypto. What is going on here? Is it an EMA? Are you talking about the EMA? Bear with me here. Bada boom, bada bing. What am I doing here? Moving average exponential. Yeah, am I tripping? What am I missing here? It's Friday, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. Oh, my God. I'm like, what is going on? I thought TradingView was broken. Good Lord, guys. I need to sleep this weekend. I'm on the Forte. I don't know why I thought I was on the daily. But here we are. Shout out to who said that? Shout out. A bunch of people said it. Thank you. But yeah, there you go. I mean, hey, temporary bounce. I mean, here's the thing, right? If we wind up losing that, 200-day moving average. Yeah, I mean, when was the last time we were below this? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, we haven't really, this entire uptrend, I mean, we hung out down below it here for a little while, but just got right back above and blasted off. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I will say this, right? I personally took a long, right? So I am scalp long here. Not that I have high hopes for it. Again, I want to don't FOMO long, right? If you're just gonna like copy trade a YouTuber or copy trade me, which I don't ever do, it's not financial advice. You have to be responsible for your own financial decisions. But if anyone ever does do that, I would not do it on this one, right? This is a very risky trade. This is kind of like a knife catching situation here. So I would not recommend anyone try that. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, if we can hold this, maybe that's what gives us the bounce. It is nice to see that, right? Like I said, I don't really take a look at the moving averages too often, but it is nice, honestly, like the fact that I am long right now, it is nice to know that that is kind of backing me up a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm being honest. I would not be surprised if we lose it. But yeah, that is nice. Hopefully we hold it. For the sake of my long, hopefully we hold it. Because it would make sense, right? Like if we were going to even like continue down and we were going to get a short-term bounce here, little deviation below the volume profile, right? Get a little bounce back to the upside before getting the bigger move down, maybe. Something like that could be possible. So that 200-day moving average may be what we could look at for a little bit of extra support here. So there you go. All right. Yo, Mr. B said, yeah, it's ugly. Shout out to Mr. B. Yeah, it's things are looking a little sketchy right now. Let's see. Mama made me spill my beer. What did Mama say? She said, Wick Fine 89. Well, Wick does kind of look like a guppy, so that's close enough. Shout out to Captain Kirk. I don't really know what that's in reference to, but apparently you made Mark Dutch spill his cerveza. But guys, let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's see. Shout out to Agbati says, please remember to do a video on top-down analysis. I will make one. Shout out to Agbati. I will say this, though. There is one on the channel. But I can't point you to it because I don't remember the title of it. But there is one on the channel. I want to say it was a trading view. Tutorial that I just kind of showed you, like, routine of a trader. I think that is the thumbnail. It's like daily routine. It's an old video. It's from like a year or two ago. But I show you exactly how to do top-down analysis. I will make an updated one. But if you really want to get like kind of like the quick sauce, you can go check out that video. It'll definitely help you out on how I do my top-down analysis. All right, let's see. Shout out to Crespo says, the reason why I ask is because breaks below the 200-day moving average indicates bear market on many assets. Thank you. Yeah, shout out to Crespo. I would say, it is always hard to say, right? Because like down here, right, losing that 200 moving average is somewhat, it's like kind of sketchy, right? You're like, oh my God, we rejected it too. Oh my God, we rejected it again. And then we just shot right back above it, which is why I like to incorporate things such as money flow and additional things into the analysis. But I will say this, the dip below this, I mean, let's see what the 2-day was doing. Actually, let me do this. Let me just, will this work? I'm going to just go ahead and trace the moving average here, and then I'm going to go to the 2-day, right, and see what the 2-day was looking like. It worked. Okay. So, yeah, like you could see here, we broke that 200-day moving average. Money flow was already in the red, and then once it crossed back into the green, it was off to the races. Here, you just crossed kind of a similar situation, to be quite honest, right? Like you break the moving average, you're already in the red. Break the moving average here, we're already in the red. Kind of a similar situation. Yeah, it is really hard to say. Really what I would look at, yeah, it's hard to say, right? Because you could just slip it slightly. But yeah, with the money flow crossover into the red, definitely not impossible to break that 200-day moving average. I'll just say that. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's go ahead and check out. Yo, shout out to Stefan says, wow, you are young. How do you remember a year-old YouTube video? Yo, way to go. Shout out to Stefan. I remember super, super detailed things, but only things that are like not that important, right? Like anniversaries, stuff like that. Don't ask me. It's really bad. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. But yeah, that time I shot a YouTube video that was named Daily Routine where I showed you how to do top-down analysis and how to find good coins to trade. Yeah, that was shot about a year ago or maybe 2 years ago. But yeah, useless information. Not useless, but interesting information. But let's go ahead and continue on here. I do want to start getting into the giveaways, guys. So go ahead. Tony D, if you could drop that link one more time, I will pin it. If you guys want to enter the giveaway, you could go ahead and click on that link. And that will leave a like and a comment. It will get you entered into the giveaway. I'll give you guys a few more minutes to get in there while I pull up the giveaway picker. Bada boom. Pickawinner.com. Sounds like a scam, to be honest. Yeah, shout out to Laney. Yeah, absolutely. Right. The CME gap down here, right? We talked about this in the beginning of the stream. I assume you weren't here, so I'll just bring it up real quick. CME gap sitting right down here. It's right on some key levels of support. So yeah, I am looking at that. Definitely possible to come down and fill that. Something we've been looking at for a while, but there's just never any guarantee we get down there, so you never know. But yeah, looks like we could be potentially going for that. And if we lose this 786 value area low, once again, remember 57K is that macro value area high, and this 786 that would be the last line of defense for a higher low. definitely an important thing to watch because if we start losing that, could get pretty bearish headed into the 50s, low 50s, and mid 40s. All right, let's see. Wick said, Frankie, how does... yo, shout out to Wick. Yeah, Crypto Face. We gotta have Crypto Face on the channel soon. Frankie, he cracks me up, man. Like I said, every time we've hung out with Crypto Face, he is literally one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. Like one of the most genuine, no BS, most hilarious human beings I've ever met. Also, like the best trader in the world ever. So I don't know if that. Pretty sure he's probably got a good shot at that. But yeah, Don Solana, what is going on, bro? Welcome in. Yeah, shout out to Randman says front run the CME. I bet. Yeah, to be honest, guys, like I don't really trade based off the CME gaps. I do keep them in mind. Like we brought this up like almost every day this week, or almost every day since it's been here. But yeah, it's. It's not something that I do pay attention to them, but like, I'm not someone who's like, we have to go fill the CME gap. I think that the percentage that they say they're filled is not as high as they think it is. But it is filled way more than they are filled way more than they aren't. Shout out to Daniel Wright, dropping those market cipher emojis. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Shout out to K Diggity. What is going on, bro? Tony D abandoned us, guys. I think we just got him for the first time ever. Shout out to Tony D. All right. Wow, this is actually a first in history. Shout out to Rob or somebody. If you guys can grab that link and just drop it in the chat, I will go ahead and pin it. And then I also kind of need it so I can click it as well, so I can put it in for the giveaways. Yeah. Oh, here it is. I think I got it. Shout out to Tony D. Thank you. Replace pinned comment. Okay, so it is pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, leave a like and a comment to join in on the giveaway. And I'll give you guys about a minute to do that. All right. I'll give you guys a few more minutes. That wasn't an all right. Like, okay, that was enough time. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Dark Crash said, I'm here for the Alien Andromeda Scam Water. Shout out to Dark Crash. Let's go. We do have it in a Starbucks cup today, because YouTube doesn't like when we show the Alien Andromeda Scam Water. Actually got a copyright strike for drinking it on not a copyright strike. We got in trouble, though, for drinking it live because you guys know it's not legal in this galaxy, so... had to be a little more low-key with the alien water. Shout out to Dark Crash. Stay hydrated out there. Yeah, shout out to Mr. B. Said if that 8-hour money flow continues into the red, probably going to take a short. Shout out to Mr. B. 8-hour money flow indicates the longer-term trend. Dark Crash said, yo, that's lame. Shout out to Dark Crash. Yeah, they won't let us do it on camera. I can't believe it. Okay. Let's go ahead and... What happened to the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water? Shout out to Crypto Trey. I actually have my Aztecian Cactus Moss Water from yesterday, but it's unopened. I actually never wound up drinking it. But yeah, we still got it. Just got the alien scam water today. All right, let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop this link in. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh my God, I can't believe we caught Tony D. I'm just kidding. Tony D works hard. He's probably playing Call of Duty, if I had to guess. All right, let's see. Bada boom. Copy the link. Everybody calm down. All right. Grab the link. Here we go. We'll do it live so nobody thinks that Lucho's scamming. I think he's in here today. All right. Here we go. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Tyler Durden, are you in here as well? There he is. Let's go. Tyler, what do we got? I don't think I just assume that we haven't hit our like goal just because we haven't hit a like goal, I don't think in like a year or two. But 411. All right. No extra chain link, no extra hats, but that's okay, guys. We still got 10 bags of Cardano to give away right now. Let's get it. Winner number one. Who's it going to be? Tyler, I'm not going to mess this one up. In the next bull run, keep an eye on DOT, VRA, and SOL, but don't overlook VRS token. Tyler, what do you think? It's always when they're promoting coins, it's a little suspicious. I don't know. I think not that I'm aware of. Sounds scammy. Scam, sus. You guys are funny, man. Free hashtag free hat for K-Dig. Shout out to Jenny Swanson, said, what's your TP for the scalp long, Frankie? I will talk about that in a second. Shout out to shout out to Flame. That's funny. Someone asked for the TP, and then right under it, someone asked for the stop loss. So yeah, I don't really. I'll show you guys. I'll give you guys an idea. I don't really like. I just feel like if I give the levels, people are just going to try to enter the exact same trade, and I don't want people just copy trading because it's dangerous, right? And I don't want people thinking that like it's a guaranteed winning trade because I took it. But I will show you. I'll show you why the logic behind where the stop loss and the take profit is for me. Technically, right now I have no stop loss on because I'm sitting at the computer. If we saw a dump right now, I would just manually stop myself out. But I'll show you the take profit and where I would have my stop loss when I do set it. Probably like when I step up from the desk in a few minutes. Okay, so yeah, I guess ban him. Shout out to Tyler. Okay, so Tyler says it's a bot. Shout out to Dimpy. Hit us up if you're not a bot, and I will honor the giveaway. But we're pretty sure you're a bot. If you're not, let us know. Winner number 1, Taz Burt. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so definitely a bot. Okay, so if anyone promoting that is a bot. Okay, no problem. I'm surprised. Okay, oh, there we go. Shout out to Jay. You're winner number 1. They said my name, so it can't be a bot, right? Thank you, Frankie. Was waiting for a quick update for peace of mind. Let's go. Shout out to Jay. Hopefully, I was able to help you out with that. And actually think very quickly after that update, those levels actually got hit. So hopefully you kept those in mind and marked them off on your chart because they wound up getting hit. So shout out to Jay. We're going to send you some free Cardano just for smashing that like button and leaving a comment. Thank you for being here. Frankie Candles out. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I literally need to sleep for like 14 hours this weekend. But here we go. Winner number 2. Shout out to Gen Z. What is going on? Cyrus in the chat. Algo. I almost said Algo and Army. Algorand Army said, ready for tonight's stream. Let's go. Well, shout out to you, bro. You're ready. Ready enough to get some free ADA. Get that address ready. Go to the free Discord. Claim your free prize. And we're going to give you that free Cardano. Thank you for being here. I think you're probably in chat right now. Congratulations on your free crypto. Let's get it. Winner number 3. Who's it going to be? Candy Frankles. This is a mockery. Shout out to Candy Frankles. Cranky Fandles, Candy Frankles. You guys are pretty hilarious. I want to know who that is. Is that Dave Digital? Is that Dave Digital on an alt account? Shout out to Candy Frankles. Oh, I'm giving my my alter ego some free Cardano. Well, you're winner number 3. So shout out to Candy Frankles and a heart candle emoji. Shout out to you. Hit that free Discord. Get your free Cardano and show yourself in the chat. Tell us who you are. Shout out to you, bro. All these no picture people are sus. Shout out to Gen Z. Yeah, I know, right? It is hard to kind of confirm. Yeah, shout out to Stanley. Yeah, it's impossible to get rid of the bots on these crypto YouTubes. It is literally impossible. You pull out one, and then 50 more pop up. It's unbelievable. But here we go. Winner number 4, June Joe Crypto says, bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. We're going to send you some Cardano. I don't know. This much Cardano. Just kidding. That was a couple $100. It's not that much Cardano, but we're going to send you some free Cardano. Hit that free Discord, claim your prize, go to the giveaway section, click I just want a prize, and we'll send it to you. It's real. It's real. We've only had one giveaway not make it to their to the destination, and it was actually Wick 589's hat that he won. And when he told us that at Nashville, I told Tony, I said, oh, this can't happen again. And we looked into it. And Wick's hat is the only giveaway that has never gotten physically delivered. And it turns out that it wasn't even Tony D's fault. It's like Tony D never messes up. And go figure, it wasn't Tony D's fault. It looks like it was delivered to the wrong mailbox. So shout out to Wick. But he's got a hat now, so it's all good. But shout out to Junjo. You're winner number 4. Get to that free Discord. We are literally going to send you free money. Winner number 5, Jay, Jedi Skirk, let's go, says, thanks, Frankie, LFG. I think that stands, never mind. Shout out to Jedi Skirk. You know what to do. Go get that free Cardano. You deserve it, bro. You've been here forever. And I'm happy to pay you to leave these comments. Shout out to you. I just threw the pen. Okay. Winner number 6. Here we go. Speed run. Tom Carey says, alt still 80% down from all-time high besides a few like Solana. I mean, you can't really argue with that, right? Shout out to you, bro. Well, hey, we're going to give you some Cardano. Hopefully, we can get it to you, and then it can rip. and hit a new all-time high. Maybe one day in the near, next 200 years, hit another all-time high. Shout out to Tom. Thank you for being here, bro. Thank you for leaving a comment. We're going to send you that free crypto. Hit the free Discord and go ahead and claim it. Winner number 7. Alexandra G. Let's go. Alexandra G. OG. Shout out to Alexandra. Thank you for being here. Said, Mommy, hold me. Thanks, Frankie. Shout out to Alexandra. Thank you so much for being here. We love seeing you in the chat and hanging out with us here. You've been here forever as well, and we appreciate all the support you give us. Go get that free Cardano. Well-deserved. And thank you for leaving the comment. And hopefully I helped you feel better when Bitcoin was crashing on that update. So shout out to Alexandra G. Next winner. Winner number 8, Mrs. Candles in the building. Yo, did Mrs. Candles comment on my video? Mrs. Candles lurks. Is Mrs. Candles in here? Shout out to Red Pill. Let's go. Says, don't quit now, guys. Opportunity is coming. Be patient. Wait and keep your eyes on the market. Big down, then big ups. Big ups. Let's go. Shout out to Red Pill. I'm just going to spy here for a second. Mrs. Candles, show yourself. Oh, well, we got a couple of misters in here. No Mrs. Candles, though. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. All right. Shout out to Raylan. Shout out to you. Oh, Mrs. Candles in the building. Your winner number. Oh, God, I just lost count. I think you're winner number 9. Ray is 8. Oh, Tyler, I said I wasn't going to mess it up, but I did. But shout out to Raylan. We're going to send you some free Cardano. Hit that free Discord. Claim your free prize. Next winner is going to be the William. Your winner number 9, bro. Just laughed? Well, laugh your way right to the crypto bank. We're going to send you that free crypto. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. There you go. I don't know if you're in here, but hit that free Discord. Let's go. Next winner. Nice. Shout out to Nord. I'm going to call you Nord. I'll just call you VPN, I guess. By the way, if you guys want to sign up for NordVPN, link in the description down below if you want to support the channel. But I'm just kidding, guys. I mean, not really, but you don't have to click it. Anyway, Nord, shout out to you, bro. I like that. Oh, baby looks so happy. We're going to send you some free Cardano. That way you could lock it up forever and save it for your baby in the picture until the year 2040, and then they'll probably be a billionaire. So shout out to you, bro. And you could say, back in my day, Frankie Candles gave my baby some Cardano. And now he's rich. Shout out to your baby. Let's go. So there you go. There's 10 winners. I believe that was, Greg just in here causing chaos. Ray was 7. Oh, God. Ray is 8. Ray is 8. Will is 9. Nord is 10. VPN is 10. Yo, shout out to Tyler, bro. I love you, man. But anyway, weird baby voice. Supposed to be the dad voice, but anyway, he's like as an older old man. But anyway, guys, with all that being said, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate everybody for hanging out till the end of the stream on this beautiful Friday night, guys. There's so much stuff you could do on a Friday night, but you guys chose to hang out with the CandleMafia and learn how to make money, whether trading Bitcoin, whether the price is going up or down. Which, in my opinion, I would take that pick every time. But anyway, guys, I'll see you next time. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend, guys. Go touch some grass. Be safe, and if you were playing the if you guys were playing the Simply Put game, please stay at your houses tonight. Don't drive. Don't do anything. Be safe out there. Go touch some grass and pray for Bitcoin. That's all I got. I'll see you guys next time. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the f is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, so nobody's into me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my
I got one thing to say here, guys. I will say this. I may or may not, and I'm not picking favorites or anything like that. All I'll say is once in a while, I'll tell you guys a lesson that Tony D taught me in life. The answer, if you never ask, the answer is always no. So, with that being said, I had a random question asked in chat just now. Or not a question, but kind of a request. And I will say, I do have an extra hat laying around in the house. And we just did this for somebody in the free Discord. Someone was like, I want a free member. We just gave it away because I was feeling good. And I'm feeling pretty good, too. And I will say, I do have an extra hat laying around. So shout out to K Diggity. You have been randomly selected for a free hat, even though we didn't hit the like goal. And again, not picking favorites. I'm just saying, the answer is always no if you never ask. So you never know. Just throw that stuff out there. You never know. We'll pop back on and drop a free hat on you. So shout out to K Diggity, bro. We'll send you the free hat. I literally have an extra one sitting right there. So we'll just send it out to you. So shout out to you guys. And you never know who will get a free hat next week. So I'll see you guys next time. Go touch some grass. Not like me. I'll see you guys next time. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor.